Chocks and Chocettes and everything in between. Chocobird here for another video review. It's one I'm very excited for, actually. Surprisingly so. It's a Poppets movie mix. Yeah, so originally I just thought, well, you know, it's, I don't know, just chocolate covered popcorn or something. But if you look at it closely, there's actually, yes, just chocolate ones, toffee ones, multi-crunch ones, and of course popcorn ones. So quite a lot going on here. I'm quite excited, as I say. So yeah, so Poppets, those you don't know, been around for a long time, Poppets really. But the gist of it is that it's usually, I think the main one is a caramel, chewy caramel covered with chocolate, basically. And they've done a few other ones recently. The mix one, I think it was called Mix-Ups or something, or just Mix, one of the other Poppets Mix-Ups or something like that, which was basically their answer to Revels in a way. They had just a few different kinds of Poppets in there. Some of them, some not bad, but they did have many. Basically, the caramel ones were just quite dominant in it, really. So a bit worried that's going to be the case here. I say caramel, it could be toffee. Don't know if that's the same or different, I'm not sure, but yeah, you know, there you go. Yeah, chewy caramel, toffee or whatever. There we are. So yeah, it might be that these ones are just mainly made up of that, you know. So hopefully not, but I'm very interested. I think they look. I think it's a good assortment here. And as I say, there was the Nestle combos, wasn't there, recently, which was kind of sort of like this really, but a very poor version of it where, yeah, let's say there's 3 different kinds: Milky Bar, Aero, and Roller, I think. And so loads of just straight popcorn in it for the most part. Then sort of mini Rollers or mini Aeros or mini Aero balls, I think it was, or something. And then Milky Bar buttons. And then some random other thing, and it just didn't gel together at all. They were just really poor, too much popcorn and things like this. And I think this one basically is the same concept on paper, but in practice a lot better. Well, that's the impression I'm getting. I've not tasted it yet, but we'll see. What's it say on the back? Let's have a look. Poppets, hey there! Ready to pop some deliciousness into your day? Well, my friend, you've picked the right bite-sized treat. To give you that little lift with exciting centres wrapped in chocolate, we're perfectly poppable little balls of chocolatey fun. Doing our bit, and here we go, the old environment bit. Packaging protects our products, keeps them fresh and makes them last longer, but we're keen to only use what we need at Value Confectionery, okay. At Value Confectionery, we aim to remove 400 tonnes of packaging between 2020 and 2022. Alright, you can learn more online, okay, and follow the on-pack guidance to help us recycle. Pop open the fun. No artificial colours and flavours, suitable for vegetarians. Alright, so yeah, environmentally conscious and stuff like that. I don't know, it's one of those, it's good that they're doing it, of course, but I don't know. I mean, there's lots of empty space here. You know, make the packs that much smaller, and then you can fit that much more into each box, saving petrol, saving weight, or whatever, you know. So, I mean, I realise they need to be a certain size, and I realise this, that, and the other. But, you know, don't want them to pop and stuff like this. So the packs has to be some kind of leeway, but I don't know. I'm sure things could be done, basically. So, there we are. So that's one way to remove some of your packaging, isn't it? I'm quite sure there's something that could be done there. So, alright, what does it say? Milk chocolate coated chocolate, toffee popcorn, and malt flavoured confectionery balls. There we go. So ingredients: milk chocolate 41%. Anything else? Milk chocolate 25%. Does it have palm oil in there? Milk fat. I can't see palm oil. It could be in there, of course. Sometimes it's hard to see. Oh, there you go. Palm. There you are. Palm fat. No, palm oil. For test purposes, the same thing, I think, as far as the environment's concerned, but might be wrong on that. Nutrition information: values per 100 grams, 464 calories, which is a lot lower than the 500 to 550 that chocolate products tend to have, in my experience. 22.5 grams of fat, which saturates 13.4. If you're not entirely satisfied with this product, please return the pack and get in touch and stuff like that. 180 grams. And you've got the big green dot there, although it's not green in most cases. We usually support recycling, but you can't necessarily recycle this product. It says recycled bags at large supermarkets. So what does that mean? Are you meant to just take it to the supermarket and give it to someone? I don't know. I don't know what it means, that. It's not broadly advertised that there's some kind of way of recycling stuff with supermarkets along with bags. I guess maybe there is, you know, and I just don't know about it. But it seems, yeah, I don't know. Something to look into that if you're environmentally conscious, that's for sure. And even if you're not. Alright, I don't think there's much more to say really, so we need to give these an open and look into them further. So that's it. Let's give them an open. Right, okay then everyone, give these Poppets movie mix an open. So very excited with these. Chocolate coated toffee popcorn, multi-crunch, chocolate and toffee Poppets. So yeah, so the toffee ones are the main ones normally. So a bit, I don't know. Wish I hope there's not mainly these ones basically, but let's see. Yeah, that's just usually the case. Well, as was the case for the mixed ones, if I remember correctly. Right, let's give this an open then. So technically I've done about 970 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It's alright to call up a link to place to all my other reviews, well some related ones, such as other Poppet ones and maybe other popcorn ones, things like this. After you watch this one, go check those out. Hope you enjoy this too. So see here, look at that. I mean, look at that. It does look good, but probably the popcorn is a bit, doesn't quite look as Poppet-like. Well, even this one here, look at that. Quite knobbly popcorns. It's not going to look perfect, but that's probably why they've, yeah, right. I guess it is a bit knobby on there, so they've just, yeah, made it not, because it's been halved, it's not look quite as bad. So let's have a look at what we've got in here. Okay. Right, so, well, at first glance, I'm assuming that the popcorn ones are going to be these ones, and there's not that many of them. Really. Could be some of the other ones, but they're all, maybe the knobbly ones. Don't know, hard to say. Maybe those, might be some others, maybe. Not sure, and there's some bigger ones here. These might be the multi ones, not the Maltesers. So, hey, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's looking at first glance very much like most of them are going to be the toffee ones. I mean, I can't obviously go through all of them and chop them all up, but I think you can clearly see these are potentially popcorn ones, these are potentially Malteser ones, and all these other ones, maybe that's the Malteser one, are probably the toffee ones. So, I don't know. I mean, they are smaller though, of course. There is that, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I just wish they weren't all the toffee ones, basically. I just would like if it was a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more of the other ones, but I don't know. They are smaller, so I kind of get it, but yeah. Let's just take a sample of one, shall we? See if it is a toffee one. Let's have a look. Those are the chocolate ones. Well, look, a multi one. There we go. So maybe these bigger ones are multi ones. So I could be wrong, but the problem is I could be right with all the others. Yeah, that's a toffee one. You can clearly see. I don't need to. Yeah, where the chocolate ones, I don't know. So the chocolate ones are probably some of these as well. But maybe these slightly bigger ones might be multi ones. Yeah, okay, so they probably are. Being a bit unfair then. I think these ones are potentially multi ones, these bigger ones. Potentially. And there are some chocolate ones as well, apparently, don't forget. So, yeah. Alright, so I was potentially wrong there. So they perhaps have done a good job, actually. Obviously, the popcorn's huge, so you are looking at potentially fewer of those. But, alright, I've been proven my assumption was wrong, I think. So I'm quite happy with that. There seems to be quite a lot of Malteser ones as well. So, okay, not bad. Let's see, not conclusive, of course. Things like individual results may vary or whatever, but yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the distribution generally. I mean, the popcorn ones might not be so many of those, but they are really big. Maybe you wouldn't want too many of those because they just take up too much space in the pack, maybe. For what they are, lots of air basically, aren't they? So, but I guess you could say these are rare as well, but you know what I mean, not quite as severe as those. But yeah, so not bad actually. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy. Assuming some of these are chocolate ones, which I can't at the moment find. Yeah, those are the chocolate ones. That's another chewy one. I'm not sure. That's probably a malt one. Yeah. I don't. A lot of them, I don't know where the chocolate ones are really. I haven't found any of those yet. And lots of malty ones. Unless the some of the soft ones are caramel, some are chocolate. I think that's the case though. So I'm not seeing any chocolate ones yet, so maybe the distribution is a bit off actually. I don't really know. There's be a lot of caramel ones. I mean, what are they? Yeah, it does say chocolate on the front there, so yeah. Well, don't know. Can't find any of those. Yeah, it's just toffee one. That'll be a multi one. Toffee one. It's a malty one. Yeah, I can't find any, unless these are the chocolate ones and I was wrong. Thinking there. Oh, there you go, look. Ah, they're the chocolate ones, okay. So these big ones are the chocolate ones. The malty ones are actually the smaller ones. Interesting that, yeah. So I'll do that one. The malty one. Yeah, there you go, look at that. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's been explained. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with all this, basically. I think it's a good distribution. I like when the malt one's actually a bit smaller. Yeah, I'm happy. The distribution overall is pretty good here. Yeah, so roughly about the same, I think. I'm not, difficult to separate them all out as perfectly, but roughly I think there's enough of the different, these ones are sort of two of them, the toffee ones and the malty ones. Yeah, I think it seems all right. I think the distribution was pretty good here. I'm happy with that. At first I was a bit worried, but very, very much allayed my fears. So happy distribution now, which is very unusual actually. But yeah, let's find out how they taste. Let's lift myself up, give them a taste. Okay then, everyone, giving these Poppets movie mix a taste. So very impressed with the distribution, as you probably saw in the previous section. If you didn't, I was. So we're going to see how they taste now. There's basically popcorn ones, or choc-coated toffee popcorn, multi-crunch ones, chocolate ones and toffee ones. I thought the malt crunch ones were the chocolate ones by the size, probably going to be the size of Maltesers, but they're actually a bit smaller, and the chocolate ones are the big ones. So interesting. But yeah, let's give them a bit of a taste then. So I've got what I assume is a popcorn one here. So start with this one. Let's give it a go. Let's do it. Indeed it is. Nice actually. That sort of chocolate covering is pretty good. Chocolate's not the best chocolate ever, but it's good enough, And popcorn's nice and sweet and toffee-like. Maybe, well, I'll say toffee-like. It's sort of, caramelly sort of. You know what I mean? Not bad actually. Nice crunch to it. Not bad. Let's try sort of. This is a chocolate one, which I thought was the malty ones. You seem to have chopped one in half here. Actually, a lot smaller than the malty ones, which are kind of Malteser size. And this is one not been chopped in half, so you can see it's a lot smaller. But all right, let's give this one a go. Chocolate one, solid ball of chocolate. Not bad. Chocolate tastes a bit like Nestle chocolate. No, so not the best milk chocolate in the world. So it comes across slightly like a Yorkie almost, but for some reason not quite as blocky as a Yorkie, and a bit sort of catchy in the throaty as well. So a bit like Nestle milk chocolate, but not quite as, maybe not quite as good. Catchy in the throat. So that one's okay. I think that one works well in this set though, because obviously it gives us a bit of a different texture from the rest of the things, from the rest of the Poppets, the crunchy ones and stuff. Alright, so yeah, so not the best one, that one, but I think it works well in the set basically. So what about this one? Let's see. I think this is a malty one, but it might be a toffee one, but we'll see. Toffee one. So the toffee ones are kind of the vanilla Poppet ones, sort of the chewy ones that they always do, really. The main ones, I don't know what a generic Poppet is. A good chew. Yeah, it's okay. It's a good chew, this one. It's nice. It's a typical toffee chew, basically. A good caramel taste. It's very generic, It's what you'd expect it to taste like, really. No more, no less. Nice caramel taste. Quite chewy. A bit like one from Quality Street or Roses, Not quite as good as those, but very similar. Not much difference at all. Now, this might be a crunchy one. Multi one. Not bad. A bit small, I think, which than Maltesers, which I think which lends itself quite well to it actually. A good crunch, really. Not bad, that one as well. Just a good texture change from the rest of them. I think that's the main thing. Just lots of different textures here. Doesn't taste quite as airy as a Malteser. I think it seems to be a bit more less bubbly. I think just because it's smaller. But not bad. Let's taste up one of each all at once. Just to check we've got the malty one. I might have to do one I chopped in half earlier. But we should have one of each here, I think, as far as I know. So the chocolate one, the popcorn one, there should be a toffee one, the malty one chopped in half. You can see. Yeah, okay, so let's right, take them all at once. Let's see. Let's do it. Might have typically got two malty ones and not a chew one. Okay, thrown in a chew one there. Interesting to eat all at once. I mean, obviously, the rest of them all go away quite quickly. And left with the chewy one. Even though I did eat that last, of course, but you know. All in all, not bad. The chocolate one though is really catches in my throat. It's a very, I don't know, it's a strange one. I only normally have that with white chocolate. But I can really feel it going down my throat. It's very, don't know, makes me want to clear my throat or cough, you know. The chocolate one's unfortunately a bit weak, really. It's just a bit too, I'll say, catchy in the throaty. Funny, look, a bit of the popcorn sort of stuck in the chew of the caramel now as well, and it's kind of not really chewable. It kind of resists the chew. It's a bit funny texture, if that makes sense. It needs to be swallowed. It's just like a bit of the popcorn that doesn't really chew, if that makes sense. So it's kind of not working very well with the chew. That's another thing to bear in mind there. So the popcorn and caramel don't work that well together because bits of the popcorn, as I say, don't chew. So when you're chewing it, it just sort of, it's a bit like eating, I wouldn't say a bit of plastic, but a bit like something that just doesn't break. You know, it's literally at its smallest bit. You need to swallow it, but you can't because it's stuck inside all the caramel. So you're chewing the caramel, but you're hitting this bit of popcorn that doesn't break down, basically. You know, it's just there, so you can't get rid of it. So it's affecting the chew. It's getting, you know, hitting your teeth, making it feel a bit weird. So it's a funny one, this one. Literally a mixed bag in more ways than one. It's okay. I think the chocolate one, though, unfortunately, it's a shame that one is so weak. The chocolate's just not a good quality and catches in my throat. And they're quite big as well. If it's smaller, maybe it wouldn't be quite so bad. But because they're one of the biggest ones, you just thought as well, I thought it'd be the smaller ones, really. I thought the Malteser one would be the bigger size, and this one would be the size of the Malteser one, or the Malt Crunch one, or whatever they're called, you know. Say Maltesers, not actually Maltesers officially, but Malty Crunch. But it's not, you know. That's another thing with. I finally got it out of the caramel bit. Yeah. Some of the popcorn, if you eat that at the same time as one of the caramel ones, the popcorn bits can get stuck inside the caramel, and most of it's fine, it just disintegrates the popcorn, but some of it just doesn't break down with the chew, so you're chewing into some caramel that's got bits in it that just won't break, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hitting something not very comfortable with your teeth, really, and it won't, so it's just not very nice, you know. So, bit weird that, so they don't quite work well together, and as I say, the chocolate one's not that great. But overall, I mean, it's not bad, it's a good idea. You can eat them individually, of course, you don't have to eat them more than one at once. You know, I think it's overall a nice mix of stuff. The distribution's really good. I was very impressed with the distribution. I quite like the variety in here. Just unfortunately, the chocolate quality is not that great. Yeah, the malty ones are pretty good though. They don't really taste like Maltesers as such, insofar as they're a bit smaller and feel a bit less bubbly. You know, just try another one just to. Not much difference though, but you know, it's a bit smaller really. Just feel a bit less honeycomb like, and just not quite the same, so not as good as Maltesers really, but they do hit the spot, you know, not by any means ridiculously different, but just not as good as Maltesers basically. Might be disappointed if they just made them the same size, you know, reverse the size of the chocolate ones with the malt crunchy ones, which I think are generally this size as opposed to this size, which are the chocolate ones. These are generally the size of the malty ones, the malty crunch ones. I mean, that would have been a bit better really, but it would have reduced the chocolate ones being a bit so obvious that not that great a quality of chocolate really. So what's really good about these is I really like the distribution. I like the difference in textures and things. I like the fact there's just such a variety here. They've got it pretty spot on really as far as the distribution and the sizing, things like this, as far as them working together is concerned. But the problem with it is the actual contents don't work together very well, and the chocolate quality in the chocolate ones is just not that great even, because the one of the bigger ones it's more obvious as well. And as I say, the reason it worked together very well is the caramel and the popcorn one, when mixed together a bit, you can end up chewing caramel that's got bits of popcorn in it that doesn't break down, you know, when you're chewing it, so it doesn't hurt your teeth, but it feels awkward to eat. It's not a nice texture really. So overall, I think this is a great idea, just not overly well executed really. So I think, I think it's probably normally generally a 3 out of 5, but I think just the fact that it's got a bit of variety in there, it's well distributed, and I think it just, it's better than some of its parts to an extent, really, but only just. So I think for me it's a 3.5 out of 5. Could be better, unfortunately, for silly reasons, but, but still does a good job nonetheless. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Go support the channel, really is. Link for that's in the description, as the link for the Discord server. Leave a like, leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you and always doing best to reply. Click on one of these videos that's appearing on the screen now. So it's help by continuing to watch my content. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, take care, bye for now. See ya.